Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Desi TV USA. I am Tabinda Gul. Let's take a look at the headlines. Attorney General Pam Bondi refuses to address Epstein probe question amid growing backlash. CJCSC General Sahir Shamsad Mirza attend PLA's 98th founding day ceremony in China. Trump urges Fed to cut interest rate to 1%, expert raise concern. Mexican President Sheinbaum warns for actions if no tariff deal by August from 1st. Israeli plan for humanitarian city in Gaza spark political clash. US consumer prices rise most in 5-month tariffs impact inflation. Senate committee takes up case of journalists' illegal detentions by Rawalpindi police. And HBO Max scores big at Emmys while Squid Game faces snub, says TV expert Michael Schneider. These are headlines, lead to news detail. Viewers, now the top story is here. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi declined to answer questions about the Justice Department handling of the Jeffrey Epstein's investigations and related client list during a recent press conference. Her silence has intensified criticism from conservative figures including Speaker Mike Johnson and media personalities like Megyn Kelly and Steve Bannon, who accuse her of misleading the public. Bondi previously suggested she had a client list on her desk, but DOJ later stated no such list exists. Despite mounting pressure, Bondi said she will remain in office as long as the president wants me here. President Donald Trump has publicly backed her. Now, General Sahir Shamsad Mirza, Chairman Joint Chief of Staff Committee CJCSC, attended the 98th Founding Day ceremony of the People Liberation Army PLA of China as chief guest. The event was attended by prominent civil and military officials, media and business leaders. He congratulated China's leadership and praised PLA's roles in national development under President Xi Jinping, highlighting the deep-rooted ironclad brotherhood between Pakistan and China. The CJCSC reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to securing Chinese national, enhancing defense ties, supporting CPAC, and fostering regional peace and development through strong bilateral cooperation. US President Donald Trump has called on the Federal Reserve to slash its benchmark interest rate of 1%, arguing it would have financed the growing deficits from his administration's tax cut and spending plans. Trump's claimed the move would stimulate economic growth. However, financial experts warned that such a low rate could fuel inflation, weaken the dollar, and limit the Fed flexibility in future downturns, making it a risky economic strategy. Now, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum warned that if a new tariff or agreement with the U.S. is not reached by the August 1st deadline, Mexico will consider taking further actions, including responding to the 17% duty on fresh tomatoes. The U.S. Commerce Department imposed a tariff after ending the 2019 tomato suspensions agreement, citing unfair pricing. Sheinbaum emphasized Mexico's commitment to negotiation but stressed the need for backup plans to protect domestic tomatoes producers. Viewers, an Israeli proposal to relocate hundreds of thousands of Palestinians to a designated humanitarian city in Gaza has ignited fierce debate between politicians and the defense establishment. Critics strongly condemn the plan, comparing it to a concentration camp due to concern over freedom and living conditions. The scheme raises serious humanitarian and political questions amid ongoing tension, highlighting deep division within Israel's leadership over the future of Gaza populations and security policies. Now, U.S. consumer prices increased by 3% in June, the largest rise in 5 months, pushing annual inflation of 2.7%. The increase is partly due to higher cost of goods affected by tariff imposed by the Trump administration, including appliances and clothing. Experts say these tariff-driving price hikes suggest tariffs are beginning to influence inflation. While the rise is moderate, economics warn the full impact may grow, potentially affecting future Federal Reserve decisions on interest rate. Now, following the illegal detentions and mistreatment of ARIJ President Tariq Warek and Naeem Minhas by Rawalpindi police, the Senate chairman referred the matter to the Senate Standing Committee on Interior. Parliamentary reporters protest inside the Senate and staged a walkout from the press gallery, demanding actions against police officials. Senate member expressed full support for the journalist and condemned police brutality. The committee will suspend senior police officials to investigate the incident and ensure journalist protections and rights. Viewers, in the last, TV expert Michael Schneider highlight HBO Max's strong performances in this year's Emmy nominations, marking a big haul for the streaming service. Meanwhile, Netflix hit series Squid Game was surprisingly snubbed from major categories, reflecting shifting trends and voting pattern in the television industries. So viewers, thank you for watching and thank you for supporting. This is me, Tabinda, signing off. Stay tuned for more news. Desi TV USA, DTVN, and our OTT platform DTV Flex, where you can access to over 3,000 channels. So stay tuned and stay with us.
Neurological care is a pressing healthcare challenge in Pakistan. That's why Helping Hand USA is building Kind R, a world-class hospital with 130 plus clinics that is set to establish new standards for neurological care in Pakistan. As the first phase nears completion, anticipation is growing for the launch in the second half of 2025. Give zakat and sadaqah through Helping Hand USA today and join this historic endeavor to redefine future healthcare in Pakistan.